Oh boy, Hololive Alternative. Well, I guess before I begin, I should probably explain how I got involved in this whole thing. Where would I even start with that? Oh, I know. So I applied for HoloStars back in the day, right? I didn't get in, obviously. I'm still an indie VTuber. But I think they liked my resume because of all the lies on it. I claimed to, okay, so this is Let's Play channel that's got run by a guy with a voice kind of similar to mine. And I just claimed that it was my channel, and they probably saw the 5-digit views on it and thought it was great. And combined with my prior history working as an extra for all sorts of various bits of media out there, that's probably why they brought me on board for Hololive Alternative. Mostly all I've done is, like, stuff for commercials or crime dramas, and I even did show up in a couple of movies. Most of those things were just small and didn't go anywhere. The biggest role I've had prior to Hololive Alternative would probably have been my time I did motion capture work for From Software. Yeah, the makers of Dark Souls. They did a mocap for me while I was the mocap modeler for one of the bosses. What was his name? Wolnir, High Lord Wolnir, that's the guy. Yeah, I was the guy that they referenced to make that boss. You won't see me credited in any of those, though. There's no laws requiring non-living persons get their name in the credits, and no laws for us getting minimum wage either. Anyway, on to the video. That is a really great shot of Tokyo. Yeah, the set artists really just knocked it out of the park on this one. I don't know what company they hired to get them done, but oh my god, some of these sets were incredible, especially the one I spent most of my time on. Oh! This bit. So, they actually had someone right below the camera gear catching that onigiri every time it got thrown. I don't know why. When I asked about it, it was like they didn't want to waste food or something, which seemed really silly to me considering how much budget they had for all the other stuff, but hey, I guess if we can save a couple of pennies on an onigiri, why not, right? Bakura and her Jarrett. I don't actually know how they filmed that shot with Hanada there. Wasn't there for the— ooh! This part! So this is actually the set I spent most of my time on, and if you think it looks really good, let me back up a bit. And if you think this looks really good here, it is nothing compared to it in person. It was literally jaw-dropping, like my jaw literally fell off. It hit the ground. I had to pick it up later. Mossy Tokyo. Such a cool effect. Oh, this scene! So I wasn't actually here when they filmed this, but hold on, let me skip ahead to the part. That shot. So I wasn't here when they filmed this, but I heard about it afterwards. Apparently, their whole reason, like you can see here that Shion just goes way wide from Coco. Apparently, that was for safety reasons. During this shot, she didn't actually have a net in case she fell. So they wanted to make sure that there was no chance of an accidental collision and her, like, falling and hurting herself. So they had her go way wide and let Coco act like she dodges. It came out a little awkward, but, you know, safety comes first. Oh, this bit too, right here. So, okay. I've done a lot of combat for all sorts of stuff, and this bit and what Coco did right here just blows my mind. When you're doing combat, one of the rules is that whoever's, like, getting hit is the one that's supposed to actually be taking the lead. Like, if you grab someone's hair and are supposed to be jerking them around, you just put your balled-up fist to the back of the head and just hold it there, while they thrash around acting like they're getting jerked around. Doing it that way minimizes injuries and makes sure nobody gets hurt. And the same's happening here, but Coco has to be some sort of physical genius to pull this thing off. Because she's got 6 limbs, and she's moving around in a circle and making it look exactly like she's getting thrown by Noelle. But she's just, it's it's acting, you know? And she just pulls it off. Like, it looks so good, and I have no idea how you managed to pull that off with 6 limbs. Seriously talented girl, I'll tell you what. Also, shoutouts to the cameraman who managed to pull that scene off. Ah, there's the message from Mithra. There it is! This is where I show up on the trailer. You can see me on the left there. So, if any of you who are watching this have watched my previous streams, you know that I'm a ridiculously huge guy. Like, I'm more than 2 meters tall. And if you know anything about Rusia, you know she's only like, what, 140 centimeters? She's tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. So do I look about the same height as her? This is actually a really interesting forced perspective technique that's been used in a couple of different movies. The biggest one I can think of is, what do you call it? What was it? Dark Knight Rises Bane. The actor who does Bane is only like 170 centimeters. But they do a bunch of shots with forced perspective to make him look like he's huge, right? And that's basically what's happening here. I'm way in the background. It looks like I'm right behind her, but I'm actually way in the background and crouching down, like standing down on something a little bit below her. So it looks like we're about the same size, but I'm actually just, way in the background and got, almost a meter on her. If you pay close attention to any of the later scenes that'll happen later, this is why they don't give me speaking roles, guys. You'll see that at no point does someone walk in front of me but behind Rusia, because it would completely destroy the forced perspective illusion. That's not the play button. Here's the play button. Yep, good old turn towards the camera and that big old sword. Yeah, I had a lot of fun working on this project. All of the talents at Hololive really live up to their name. Anyway, guys, please look forward to Hololive Alternative. I'll be counting on your support in the future, and I really hope you guys like my fight scene. I can't spoil too much about it, but I'm really proud of the way it turned out. I think it's the best fight scene I've ever been in, period.